Right. Breaking up with a narcissist creates pathological rumination. And let me explain a little bit of this because it relates to kind of our memory and how the human mind kind of creates memories, and records of our experience. And so the reality of a relationship with a narcissist is it's a mirage. It's the illusion of a relationship. It's the simulation of a relationship, but it is not a relationship. They don't form emotional bonds to human beings. With no emotional bond, there can be no emotional relationships. And so essentially what happens is we experience the relationship one way, we experience the person one way, and then the big reveal of, holy shit, I'm dealing with a disordered narcissist happens, and it completely reframes what we've experienced. And our mind just it short circuits our mind. It essentially turns our memories into delusions or something closer to a delusion because the way we remember it happening is now in tension with what we know now. And it creates this cognitive dissonance and this kind of like intellectual paralyzation where our mind just starts going in circles, right? Trying to figure out what actually happened. But the reality is we can't figure it out. It doesn't make sense, right? You can't kind of reconcile what you experienced versus what you know now because we experience them in real time. I believe the narcissist is kind of all in. Like when they're in the idealization phase, they're all in. When they're in the discard phase, they're all in. That they're not like cold calculating lying. They're actually like broken. They're just experiencing all of this in real time. And so, breaking a trauma bond like this is they say it's like akin to losing a child. I compare it more to like addiction, that like it's a biochemical thing that they've conditioned us to be in a relationship with all the oxytocin and the dopamine and the kind of, all the things that come along with the relationship, especially because when they're love bombing, it's really intense and they're conditioning us for this hyper form of love that they don't hold up on. And so then when they withdraw it, when they discard, it just stops and it creates biochemical, physiological responses, right? And so it's not like a normal breakup. And so part of it is recognizing all of this, recognizing what's called the narcissistic introject, where we're pulled into their reality. They colonize our reality and make us live in theirs. And we begin to start thinking through their mind. We start to give them the compassion we should be giving ourselves. We start to give them the benefit of the doubt instead of trusting ourselves. And so essentially like healing from narcissistic abuse is a return to self. There has to be a pivot between making it about the narcissist and understanding narcissism to making it about ourselves and rediscovering ourself, redefining ourself, taking back what they have stolen from us, which is our agency, which is our authentic emotions, our authentic self, all of these things. And so it begins by being kind to yourself. It begins by starting to speak to ourselves internally with compassion, with love, and with understanding that we're moving through trauma and a physiological event. So you can, right, breaking up with a narcissist creates pathological